Here we go.
My name's Tom Harris. I'm the director of the Loggerheads, and me and the boys want to take you under the shell and show you the history of our club and why it's the most unique in America.
My name is Matthew DeLuca. I've been with the Loggerheads for 4 years now. I am the director of lacrosse operations, so I handle everything lacrosse related on the field. Tom and the rest of the team do a great job managing a little bit of both. I am strictly responsible for everything that happens on the field, from our practice plans, our drills, what we're developing as a program, how we're developing as a program, teaching these drills, and also teaching our coaches how to run these drills the right way. So across the program, we're developing the same way in a similar path to get everybody to their full potential by the time they're done with Loggerheads.
Let's go! Yo, my name is Nate. I've been playing Loggerheads for 3 years.
My name is Landon, and I've been with Loggerheads for 4 years, and this is my 5th year.
I've been with Loggerheads for 4 seasons, well, 2 years.
I've been playing with the club about 3 years, and it's been a great 3 years.
And the Loggerheads started in 2009 when Jeff Mayer and I opened up a shop here in town, Lowcountry Lacrosse, Lax for short. And so we hit the ground running in 2009 with club teams. And it was all of a new experience because growing up we didn't have club teams. I was part of the Super Juniors team in Connecticut. We would play New York and Massachusetts, just these one-off games. And then there was a couple camps and that was it for recruiting, and that's all you did really in the summer, except possibly go to like a college overnight camp or something like that. It was all just a new experience for me, just like it was a new experience for the kids that were living here. So we started with just a high school team that consisted of all Wando players pretty much, maybe a few Bishop England. And then after the first year we had a high school team and then a U15 team, and then it just expanded from there. And now we have 10 teams, pretty much every grade from senior down to 2nd grade.
Loggerheads started way before my time here in Charleston. Thanks to Tom and his staff when they first got this thing going. It's been in the air for a while. It's been growing this sport tremendously in South Carolina. I was lucky enough to be born in a hotbed area where lacrosse was life. When I came down here, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and then meeting Tom and his experience with the game and his experience with this club is unbelievable, and that's kind of what attracted me here, just the ability to be with a stable club, something that's in it for the right reasons, to develop players in a state where it's not that popular and see them reach their full potential, send guys to college to play lacrosse has been something unbelievable to see, and that's really why I'm here, is just to continue the growth of lacrosse in South Carolina and continue it doing it with the Loggerheads.
These two offensive guys in the crease, they're never standing still. Right? So if Cole and Landon are between me and Davin, stand up real quick. My guy cuts, I try to follow his guy, and then Davin now is under me. Now I'm all of a sudden hot. You guys can talk to each other and communicate through it. This is bookends for a reason, so try to rep it out. It's impacted us and our club in general. It's been terrific working with you guys, and I couldn't be more excited to be back again this fall, right, building up for another huge summer of Loggerhead lacrosse.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back in 2015 or 2016, my business partner and I, Jeff Mayer, got a phone call from the Daniel Allen Property Homeowners Association, and for a meeting because they had some land, unbuildable land, that they wanted to talk to us about. So we went to that meeting, and basically Jane Baker asked us if we could handle getting 8 acres from them at the tip of the island and build and maintain into fields for our young athletes here on Daniel Island and the other Charleston County participants. And leaving that meeting, I remember just like Jeff and I looking at each other like this is like a dream come true. Because before that, it's just been, we've had the numbers, we've had the coaches, we've had everything, but we couldn't get the fields. And I'd be driving, all over the place, lining different fields. I even lined a backyard on Sullivan's Island, and we've been kicked off fields and not allowed to use fields and using cages. And I remember one of our coaches lost a cage on the Ravenel Bridge, flew off. So it was a nightmare, and it was really frustrating that the hardest part of our entire organization was field space. And so we had to pinch ourselves to make sure that it was true, but for sure after the next meeting, we signed a lease in 2017, and then the real work started. So we created a nonprofit, SCLA, South Coast Lacrosse Association, to basically fundraise for monies to go into this place. And it took a while to even get the trees cut down, and a lot of help from David area and some other local parents to basically donate their time and resources to get the first field done. And the first field is the one behind me. And we had students, we had kids in the program, we had parents that really helped with that. We had the Brooksos who gave us basically a call line into some beautiful sod farms in the area. And so it was a village, it was a collective group that really made this dream come true. And so we started off with the field behind me, and then we were able to expand to the field, to 2 fields, and then we got lights. And so it kind of went from nothing to something because of the community. And that's another reason why I feel like since it has those roots, we do that every night. We have a community engagement every night in terms of, the parents stay, they hang out with each other, the kids stay afterwards and all that. So it really, since the grassroots, it became a community project. It still is one, today.
Shorty, get first pass. It's you, Shorty. It's you. Good check. All right.
Wait, you got to you can't run. You got to run. You can't put it one in like that.
Drove down to Atlanta to get these like old stadium lights and like all that kind of stuff. And then it was like, okay, it's way too dark, And then we added 4 more posts. But those go out pretty easy,
Our fields are looking good tonight.
Oh yeah. Lights are good. Yeah, lights are good.
Did them last weekend?
Spent all weekend on a man lift. TJ helped me a little bit.
Nice.
See, there's one over there flickering. That makes me mad. Makes me upset. But yeah, we're all right here. Someone left them on all night.
Ball hunt.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that won't help the longevity.
Good, way to work, Sully, way to work. Good, Kendall. Good job. 4. 15 extra as of now.
How much good?
Full reps where I took away, because if we went clean, if we had no drops, I minus the sprint every time. Right?
I would like to talk about one player's growth and development through this club. Got to see him where he started. I have the honor of coaching him now as a 2030, and that's Kendall. Kendall's somebody who, from the jump, always had what it takes to be good at any sports. It wasn't just lacrosse. It could have been anything. He was athletic, but ultimately he had the IQ of a high-level athlete, and that's what you want to see from the start. And just his growth and his development from when he was young to now as a 7th grader, as a 2030, it's night and day. And he's gotten to a point now where he's a dominant goal scorer. He can dodge, he can assist, he faces off, he plays defense. He's an all-around player that hopefully, with the way he's developing and the way he's going to grow, he's going to be one of the top high school players in this area, if not in the country. And I really am excited to see his development there.
My name is Kendall Hammock. I play for the Loggerheads Lacrosse program. I've been at this team for 3 or 4 years. I really want to accomplish this season to win a championship. I've been at it for so long, I really want to finish it here. So far, I think it's really been finishing. We've always gotten so close. We just haven't been able to finish. I want to actually finish it this year. I'm very positive that we can. We have great athletes this season. We're playing well. We're always right there, but I think we got it this year. I think to really win a championship this year, we have to really play as a team. It's not one person, it's everyone. Defense, offense, goalie, everybody. And that starts with middies, including me.
Okay, you
Go,
dog.
Go, Carter. 4.
Then you get him. 2.
Yeah, boys! Let's go! Okay. Oh, yeah!
Come on, son.
We got Yeah, Frankie! Yeah, Frankie! Yeah, Landon! Oh, you did.
But I think another player I'm excited to watch who's grown to this point, I mean, he's one of our upperclassmen, he's a senior, is Caden. Caden's one of those players where he does everything right the first time. He's the first one at practice, he's the one getting extra reps, and he ultimately leads by example. For a guy who hasn't played too much lacrosse and just starting a couple years ago, his drive, his work ethic, and his determination to become great is truly admirable. And that's something that we really look for in this club, is we want him to be a poster child for our young guys. Our young guys should look up to him. He's giving back to our club. He's giving back to our community by coming to practice and coaching our youth. He's lining fields when he doesn't have to. He's putting in extra work for not just himself to get better, but our entire club to get better. Caden is truly one of the poster childs of this club who, if we had every one of our young guys turn out to be half the man Caden has become, it would truly be special. And that ties me in really to our next guy up, which is Nate. Nate's one of our young guys, one of the youngest guys in the program, but he does something that a lot of guys don't do at first when they pick up sports. He's instantly creative. He does things not really the way they're supposed to be done, and it's something really special to see out of someone so young. Normally, right, you have guys that follow along what their coaches tell them and do things like that, and he does all those great things, but at the same time, he's Nate in his own way. He's so creative in the sport of lacrosse, but also in his own life. And you know, to see a guy like Caden and the kid he's grown to be and the man he's becoming as he's a senior, and then to see someone just like Nate, someone so young and the future ahead of him, you really want to tie those guys in together, because what we do here at Loggerheads is we're trying to build a program and a culture and a community where we can turn person one into person B and grow and develop within our club. We also grow and develop as a club at whole.
So I first started lacrosse my sophomore year, which is 3 years ago. My first season was with the Loggerheads that year, and they have just helped me to grow incredibly into a lacrosse player 3 years now, where I'm competing at high levels and making sure that I can take this as far as I can. This is the best chance you have to grow consistently as a lacrosse player. I think our coaches have the right motive, and not just winning, but making sure every single player is growing year to year and becoming a better person and lacrosse player. Yeah, I mean, next up we got 2 tournaments. We got Virginia, and we're going down to Naples. So I think the biggest thing is we're playing for championships. You know, over the summer we had a rough time. We lost in one of our bigger tournament championships, and I think now we're ready for everything to click and come home with some hard work.
Against ours too, you're not playing A, you're playing I. Think about it.
Winning is the hardest thing for us this season. Tell us when I'm gonna pass the ball, and if I'm wide, I shoot. My best moves is the fake and the finalizer.
I think what we want to try to do here, or what I want to try to do here, is form more of a community with your club and not have it be something that is just a team that you're playing on and then you're going playing maybe for another team, or not something that's just so easy to maybe give up on, you know, or go away from. And part of that for me was when I had the opportunity to go over to Australia and play over there and coach. I redshirted my senior year in college at the University of Hartford, playing Division I lacrosse there for 3 years, and I was ready to graduate. and my coach wanted me to stay for an extra year, but I was old enough then. I kind of wanted to kind of get out of it. You know, he asked me what I wanted to do. I said travel. He said, where do you want to travel? I said Australia. And just so happens that he had some connections there, and said, if I can get you to Australia to coach and play, you know, would you come back and finish, you know, for your senior year? And I said, for sure. So I went over there, and you know, lacrosse, you know, there's no high school sports, and so you play for a club, and the club has their own fields, and they have their own clubhouse, they have their own locker rooms, and you play for that club when you're kindergarten all the way up till, you know, they have leagues that 60-year-olds play on. And that's what I wanted to be a part of, and that's what I wanted to kind of try to build here in the States. Is something that's like you're a lifelonger, you know, and something where, you know, you have practice, but you don't just leave right after. You know, like, you know, I want to play like a canteen where guys, you know, stay after, grab a hot dog, you know, like just, you know, hang out, and you know, I feel like that's something that we're building here, where we have the fields, and we have, you know, the coaches that have stayed for so long, and we have players that have stayed for so long, and have that community feel where, like, this is, you're a lifer, you know, like you're born in this club all the way to the end, basically. And so, like, that's kind of the vision and what I think we started to build, which differs from other clubs, you know. And when we're out here and we're at the, you know, with our club, the Loggerheads, you know, the highest level, you know, our coaches are prepared, we're intense, you know, we're going to get these kids dialed in for that practice time. But then it's all just love after that, and all just, you know, goofing off after that. And I feel like that's what bonds us together. You know, some kids stay after their practice, they hang out, parents do the same, and I think that's just what bonds us together more and more. And it's harder to leave a community like that. You know, it's harder to look somewhere else when your experience as a player, but also as a coach and as a parent, is just so good that instead of like looking for or searching for other areas, you want to grow where you are, and you want to help grow. And that's what we've had with these parents. These parents are huge help, you know, with you know, growing this place and growing this club, because they want to see it. You know, they want to water the grass that's here. And I think that's just a different mindset. And you know, we're gonna go to as intense as, you know, the players are ready for. So we're not gonna have expectations for teams or players that there's no way that they can hit. You know, we're gonna meet them where they are, because wherever they are is totally acceptable, and we love that. You know, it's where you finish that's important. That is our job, to make sure that it's elevated from where you start. So no matter where you start, we're gonna elevate you to another level. And I love the grassroots. I love, you know, super competitive teams like the one behind me. Like, it's all fun because you just see the progression.
Yeah. All time. You were disciplined. Your feet were under you. Controlled your stick. Right. You're in the championship game. Your V-hold to when you tossed the kid down. Right. Put the ball on the ground. You picked it up. You ran it over and you threw the ball to Sully. That is perfect defense. It doesn't get better than that. And that's incredible to see how far you've come from last year to this year. We all have. You guys are the backbone of this team, and we know it, right? But you guys are also wearing it with pride. You're saying, yeah, we may only score 2 or 3 goals, but we're gonna win this damn game regardless. Similar drill where you don't want to run.
Let's go, boys. Loggerheads on lead, Loggerheads on 3. 1, 2, 3.
See you guys later. Come to work Wednesday. Come to work Wednesday. I think most importantly this season, what our biggest goal to accomplish here in 2024 and 2025, I think for us as a program is to complete the full circle. I think for my last 4 years here and what Tom has built before that, has been something leading to this potential and leading to this success, which we have not hit yet as a program. And I think this is the first year where we truly see it from top to bottom of this program, where we can really reach our full potential,
finish that full circle and win across the board. From our youngest group to our oldest group, it's about going into the fall, going into the summer, and winning across the board, showing up to tournaments, letting them know the Loggerheads Club is here, and we're here to stay, we're here to compete, and ultimately we're here to win as a program across the board.